So I got a question from one of my videos about learning more about copywriting. So I thought maybe I can share sort of my experience of how I started with copywriting. For the first year or so, I was writing blog posts, and I was writing blog posts on my own site of valnaking.com. And what I found was that when I spoke directly to like the audience, when I talked about their challenges, I got a lot of comments on my blog post. So one of my recent posts, they said they liked, point number 2. It helped them understand how to make their writing stand out from AI writing. It also helped them make how to make better content in general. So they really liked this. This one said, great and awesome content, great info to prepare for AI testing. So a lot of things here. And then someone decided to share their story because they trusted my blog and my writing to be open to me about this. So when I was realizing this, I thought I could start working on some ways to capture their attention more for my clients. So I started doing what I was doing on my own blog to speak really to the audience. So when a client gave me a post on, let's say, social post repurposing or repurposing content, I really had to look at the challenges the person that is writing that content is facing. It could be that they don't have a lot of ideas. It could be that they're busy. It could be that they just feel like they have to be everywhere at once, and to make something very easy. So once I found out the problem and then the solution, I was able to write that way. And that is what copywriting is. It's storytelling, so that the person reading your content is invested in you, that trusts what you're saying, so that when you give them that ask at the end of a content piece for a client, it could be to sign up to their newsletter, it could be to check out their services, their products, their tools, that they will gladly go and look at that and possibly buy their service, buy their tools. And so with my business, I do have digital products and I do have a service of writing. All of these things on my blog helped me with that sort of way of storytelling, having people trust me, and then signing up to my email or my newsletter. And then from there, I could speak to them on an even deeper level. So copywriting, I feel, has, a lot of levels and funnels that people go through. They talk about the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel type of writing, educational writing versus, more product focused writing. There's a lot of terms in there, but when I think of copywriting, I think of a one-to-one connection with your audience and really understanding your audience so that you can tailor your writing towards them, so that when they're reading your content, they're like, oh my gosh, yes. And they're nodding their head and they're nodding their head and they understand exactly what you're reading. It's easy to read. And then at the end, they'll actually read your post at the end and then get what get the ideas, the tips, whatever that you shared. And then they'll want to keep reading more from that, whether it's a client's piece or their blog or their business. So that's how I started with copywriting. And then I use that to write my emails and to write my sales page, because copywriting really is conversion writing on specific pieces of content, like a sales page, like a landing page, like emails and like ads. So once you are familiar with that with blog writing, then you can transfer those skills to your sales page writing and to your emails. I did it with emails first, and it was a few years later then I started dabbling with sales page and landing page copy. And I've refined that over the years. So I do have my Right to 1K sales page that I've refined, and I've really honed in on the challenges of that. I can show you my page real quick. So with this, I had to come up with a really nice headline so people will want to keep reading. And so I claim that you can become a well-paid writer in a few short weeks. And this is exactly what I deliver in my course. It's about 7 modules. And when I created this course in the beginning, I wanted it to be 7 weeks. And so I do stand behind that you can get started. Many of my course students take a module and go with it. So they do it within 2 weeks. And I have credible people that have taken my course. They've given me wonderful testimonies. They've given me wonderful testimonials about my course, but we can skip past that and just look at the writing that I am talking to the person. I am using these terms I found on social media when people talk about their job. And so I make sure to use that term of what the audience is using. And that's using like social chatter. So when you are writing copy, I encourage you to look at like Amazon listings. So if there's a book about the topic that you're writing about, read the comments, go to social media, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and search that topic. Read the comments. You'll see people griping about things, sharing their challenges, their stories. All of that could be social chatter that you can use terms that they're using to write your copy. Because when you do that, then they're like, wow, they are speaking right to me. This is exactly how, I view this idea, because you're using their words, right? So that's a little like something that I've learned over the years that I try to adapt in my writing every day. When I look at Twitter, especially when I read threads, I can see the terms that they're using. What are writers using the most? Are they using on spec? More recently now, because of AI and like journalistic writing, well, then I'm going to start incorporating that in my copy more, kind of thing. So hopefully that'll help you. Let me know other ways if you need more tips on like copywriting, but this is a skill that you can add to your blog writing as a freelance writer and to help you combat any AI writing stuff. I like to use AI writing tools myself, and clients need to learn to adapt with AI writing and their freelance writers as well. So hopefully that helped you.